Okay, y'all, I wasn't prepared to start when I first started, so I started over. And I'm back on here. So let's go ahead and use our Gateway of Light activation deck for this reading. You turned a skeptic into a believer, Aquarius. Now, how did you do this? I don't know. I just keep hearing turn a skeptic to a believer. And so what I think the possibilities are, what I'm channeling, somebody here, could be into holistic health, holistic healing, and maybe have tried to like offer these services to somebody or whatever, and they didn't believe in it. And then a time came where maybe they didn't have access to medicine. You showed them that it works. Now they believe. Something about turning a skeptic into a believer. Okay. If you are a reader also, okay, perhaps you foretold something exactly the way it was going to happen and turned a skeptic into a believer. Yeah, third eye activation. I'm trying to tell you, your gifts have heightened. Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. Yeah, especially if you recently just got some new gifts or your intuition accelerated or advanced, right? Embrace the sensitivity. It comes with the territory, okay? Live with grace, okay? Crown chakra upgrade, holy experiences, miraculous energy. That's what I mean, miraculous energy, turning a skeptic into a believer because of this divine connection that you have. Your crown chakra is upgrading, and that's what I'm getting. Shambhala initiations, creating to recharge, trusting in the process, dharma, right? Which I believe is good karma. Venusian Galactic Council. Okay, star being guides, answer the call, time to shine. This is your time. This is your calling. Okay? Third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. You're seeing everything clearly. Okay, if people try to say that you was crazy, if people try to say that you didn't know what you was talking about, if people try to say that you was making shit up, people try to call you, like, say that you had a mental disability or a mental issue or whatever, instead of acknowledging your truth, okay, you're realizing now that the problem is with them and it's not with you. Order of Melchizedek, embraced by light, mission uncovered, don't give up. So now you're realizing and stepping into your purpose, okay? Because it's real to you. It don't matter what nobody else thinks. They're kind of just figuring it out along the way. But the most important part here is that you are figuring out yourself, that this is real. This is you. This is who you are. This is what you are. You're walking in your light. You're not giving a fuck about what nobody say, any doubt, any discouragement. You're not, because you know that this is your path. At this point, you know that this is your path. You're on the right path. Whatever it is that you do here, whatever you do, I don't know why I just heard two-headed doctor. Okay, you could be a two-headed doctor. Somebody that understands the holistic way, the medicinal way with herbs and the magical way with herbs. Could be used for good or bad, right? You have that balance. Anunnaki light codes, energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. Okay? Yeah, I feel like you've learned the lessons that you were supposed to learn, and you're stepping into your greatness. Heart of source, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. I feel like in stepping into your power, you realize that everyone is not going to understand you or relate to you. There's no way possible for anyone to do this when they haven't ascended to where you are, unless you're getting around other people in the same space that you're in, prepared to upgrade in the same way that you are, breaking the matrix, ready to stand in their light, stand in their power, that's not afraid to go against the grain, to go against the wave. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're around other beings like that, you know what I mean? You're expecting too much, thinking that people just gonna understand you or believe in you or not look at you like you're crazy. You know what I mean? What did Black Magic say? If you're not as smart as me, then I might sound dumb to you. Like, that's what it is. You're getting to that point. You've elevated. And something that you're saying, it could be, I don't know if you do spoke, like if you are a public speaker, or if you're just like a reader, psychic, if you do root work, if you're a conjure woman, you could be a two-headed doctor. I don't know what it is that you do exactly, but something that you do, something pertaining to your magic, you have turned a skeptic into a believer. So people have no choice but to believe that this is real. They have no choice but to believe in you. Okay, Six of Swords here. Yeah, in the reverse. Yeah. I feel like you have something that you have to prove. Page of Pentacles here. I feel like you're trying to make something out of this, but at the same time, you feel like you have something to prove to people. Four of Cups in the reverse. When it's in the upright, it's more like you passing up cups and stuff like that. I'm not sure if you're seizing the opportunity or if you feel like you're the cup being passed up or like the cup that's being overlooked or misunderstood. Five of Cups here. Someone is feeling regretful. Like I said, finally they understand. Turn a skeptic into a believer. Someone is regretting not believing in you. In your magic, in your word, in your abilities. Okay. You might owe somebody a fat ass I told you so. I don't know. King of Cups in reverse. Could have been a King of Cups that was emotionally manipulative, that tried to play you. Like, for example, if you are a psychic and you could hear what this person was trying to do, you could be clairaudient or clairvoyant or clairsentient or whatever you are. You know, you could have saw this coming or saw this person's intentions and you told them that you knew and they didn't believe it until you like read it, foresaw it, foretold it. It's like all the stuff that you said is replaying in this person's head and now they believe you now. It feels like they're forced to believe you now. They're forced to understand. Knight of Wands here. Yeah, you're magical. You're magical. And when you take away all of the preconceived beliefs and notions of what, you know, what people have already like assumed about you, you're really a good time. You're really high vibrational, this Knight of Wands in the upright. But then we got an Emperor here in the reverse. Okay, this person is someone in the authority that's like abusive with their authority. Okay, this could even, since we're talking about your gifts and your magic, this could literally have to do with someone that does the programming for most of society, like the people that teach us that magic is bad, the people that teach us that anything that's outside of a certain religion is bad, that, you know, people die and suddenly become bad, that people, you know, and telling you to stay out of touch with your ancestors. You know what I mean? Because they're not good anymore suddenly when they pass away. King of Wands here. Okay, you could have an ancestor that's watching you cultivate this magic, that's helping you, passing you the torch. He has the torch in his hand. This could be handed down. This could be ancestral magic here. Okay, like this really from your bloodline. This ain't even, this is inherited. It wasn't even like something that you just, oh, I want to pick up magic one day. Like you always had it in you. You know, it's not like you know magic. It's like you are the magic. You are magic. It's in your veins. It's in your DNA. I think one of my favorite people that be posted on social media, like astrology readings and zodiac readings and stuff, is the Ratchet Empath. And I think she had like a preview of her reading too, where she said that like, I don't play in magic, bitch. I am magic. Like, yeah, I think people are coming to terms with that. Like, it's not something that's a choice. It's not like you sitting out here trying to scare people or be funny, like, oh, I'm magical and I'm this, and to scare people or intimidate people or anything like that. It's like, it's just really who you are. And you're really just trying to find your place. You're trying to figure out where to start. You're trying to figure out how it could be used and what it could be used for, right? Seven of Pentacles, you're planting your seeds. Okay, you want to know what this is going to grow into. You're trying to get some guidance or give some guidance or whatever. And it's like, people didn't want to believe you until they was forced to believe you. Yeah. Six of Wands in reverse. I feel like in the past you have not been very successful in convincing anybody. And because you couldn't convince nobody else, you start discouraging yourself. You start gaslighting yourself. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This is turning your manifestations upside down. Because you're losing faith in yourself because people didn't believe in you. But I feel like you have somebody, might be more than one person actually, that is like, no, they're divine. They did this for me. They did this for me. And I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they knew this. I don't know how they saw it. Like, this Aquarius worked miracles, period. 8 of Wands. People just trying to figure it out. Like, where did this come from? Who is this person? What are they? You know? What are you, Aquarius? 8 of Wands in the upright. Downloads coming in fast. Information coming in fast. You're learning yourself. Yeah, Queen of Swords. You're trying to think logically. You're trying to think strategically. Okay, you're trying to keep yourself focused. Okay. Knight of Swords. It's like once you know, you can't unknow. You can't just go chasing, 3D shit. You need to just focus on what you're supposed to be focused on for real. With this 4 Pentacles here, this is a gift you need to hold near and dear to yourself. Okay, and it's on you to cultivate. Be stingy with this gift as well. Don't go around trying to prove to your gifts to everybody, because it's not for everybody to understand, okay? It's not for everybody to understand. Some people are just so far out of their scope of possibilities that, no, it work against you to do that. Just don't. 2 of Swords in reverse. I think you're starting to see this now. Page of Cups here, yeah. Somebody that loves you, that you might have had a connection with, or a new connection here. This person actually does believe in this stuff, or does see you, or does know. Like, it's notable, the gift that you have. But they're attracted to it. They're gravitating to it. They're not like getting scared off by it. Yeah, with the Knight of Cups here, there's a love offer coming in here. Somebody trying to sweep you off your feet. 2 of Wands here. You got to make some decisions here about whether or not you can continue to just keep, like, I don't know, boxing yourself in. What is this card flipped up? Death card, death and rebirth. Yeah. Are you going to stay stuck in the identity that people want you to stay stuck in? Be in the way that they expect you to be, in the way that they're most comfortable with you being. It's like angels. It's like angels. And what is this? This is the 3 of Wands in reverse. I'm telling you, you're gonna have to take some direction, take some action on what you decide, what you really want to do. Because I feel like, and this is Ace of Pentacles, I feel like your gifts are gonna make you rich. I truly believe in my heart that your gifts are gonna make you rich. But I feel like you have to stop giving a fuck what people think. Because right now you're stuck trying to please other people, keeping your identity, playing it small to try to please other people and make other people feel safe. And the Devil card here, yeah, no, you're just reinforcing fears and instilling fears in yourself. 10 of Cups here, no, there's no need. This is safe. This is bringing you abundance. Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. This is going to bring you abundance. This is what's going to put you in alignment if you're out of alignment. Yeah, the world here. This is meant to change your world, and maybe you're meant to change the world. Maybe you have a purpose higher than anybody can even imagine, and what you're supposed to be doing here is waking up the world, sure. But I mean, like, some people is in comas. You feel me? Like, don't waste too much time on the people that's knocked out, that don't want to be woke up or can't be woke up. Focus on the people that is gravitating to you, because it is people gravitating to you. Okay, and now that you know you're magical, you can't unknow. Everything else kind of just feels basic, right? Been there, done that. Anybody on their spiritual journey been there, done that. The Chariot card here, but you'll be victorious in using these gifts. These gifts with the Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles here, and the World here, are going to make you a lot of money. Things are about to start turning in your favor. Justice in the upright. This is the justice that you get for all the people that counted you out, who denied your gifts, who acted as if you were a fake, a fraud, or whatever the case may have been. You turn these skeptics into a believer, as it turns out. Like, it's undeniable. These unalienable gifts that you inherited. Hierophant. It's a part of your ascension. Period. But Page of Wands in reverse, people want you to turn your magic off. People want you to turn your magic down. Or they don't want you to believe that you're magical at all. And it's just not possible, because you've seen it. Other people have seen it. Yeah, you've been through the dirt over this. Like, just trying to be yourself without being judged. People have broken your heart. People have turned their backs on you. People could have persecuted you, and I don't mean like killed you, but I mean like you could have been drugged through the mud just for being you, because you couldn't help your gifts. Like, yeah, Six of Pentacles in reverse. You are always giving energy, but it doesn't seem like anybody really reciprocated because they didn't believe in you. They thought you was crazy, but still used your gifts in a way. Make it make sense. Maybe they took a gamble. Maybe you was just doing like free shit for people. Just like playing with it, and it all worked. And now people are just like, hold the fuck on. Aquarius really did that shit. Because honestly, that's what it took for me. Like, a lot of people will try to bully me out of this and tell me, and it's especially tarot, because the way I did it before tarot was mostly like bones, tea leaves, stones, pebbles, and seashells, and I got to the tarot last. And so this was like more commonly understood and easy for people to deal with, because Five of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. Competition. Somebody feeling defeated though. Somebody feeling defeated. And I feel like it's because it's like, it's not really a competition. It's not really about that. It's somebody just dying to feel like they belong. You know what I mean? And not belong in just this shell of a person that people want them to be, that people feel safe around them. If they're like that, they want to be themselves and be understood and be comfortable and just be able to walk their path, because I don't know, it's like your light is beneficial to anybody you come in contact with. You can heal people. Some of y'all got the ability to pull pain from people. Some of y'all got the ability to just touch stuff and get the frequency and get the history of it. But you're being discouraged by a bunch of people around you. They want you to turn off your magic. Magician in the reverse. People are doing dark magic on you, trying to do blockage spells, trying to block your magic, trying to block you from pursuing the path you're supposed to be on. But I feel like this is divinely guided. This is divinely guided. If you have been wanting to set up your own business or start your own readings or whatever in the metaphysical, in any way, shape, or form, whatever practice you do, and you keep getting discouraged from it, that's somebody doing dark magic. Don't fall for the okie doke, okay? With the Seven of Swords here in reverse, in the upright, there's deceit here. People want to deceive you and play you out of your abilities. They want to play you out of something that was, like I said, unalienable to you. Something that people can't even begin to understand how hard it was to live with. People act like it's just, it's a beautiful thing. Just claim to be psychic, claim to be this, claim to be that. Do you understand how hard that is to grow up like that? Do you understand how hard it is to be around people who are constantly you can hear everything that they're saying when you're not even in the room, and when you try to address it, they just act like, because you wasn't there, that it's not true, and you just got to live with that it felt very real, and that it, you know what I mean, and people telling you hearing voices and you really just psychic. It's not like a path everybody take, or I understand people be lying and making money off that shit and stuff like that, but if I'm not on here, you know what I mean, advertising readings, if you're not out there advertising readings, advertising or trying to convert people to do this, or if you're just trying to walk in your light, just walk in your light, because you got other people that are just like you, that are just as magical as you are, maybe not the same gifts, but they're all magical, that are gravitating to you because you're finally on the right path. If you keep making yourself small, you're going to stay around all these people that don't want you to get big, but it's bigger than them. It's bigger than you. And there's people here, look, Three of Cups. I don't know why I heard the power of three. There's people here that are just like you, that will help you learn those gifts, will help you cultivate your magic, will help you, all that shit. On some real stuff, I feel like I'm cussing too much today. I'm just I start getting mad at one of the readings I was doing, but Eight of Cups in the reverse. Wanting you to be in regret, but you're not. You're not. I feel like you regret all the time that you stayed boxed in, honestly. Knight of Pentacles. This comes fast to you. This comes natural to you. This is in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. You know what I mean? People wanted you to move slow and take the gradual approach and maybe go to therapy and maybe get on some medication and take the conformist approach. But no, you know what I mean? Everybody No, it was like, it was really an effort to betray you and stab you in the back, criticize you, humiliate you, outcast you. With this Ten of Swords in the reverse, though, it worked to the opposite. Like, it's like, it's kind of like a good book. Whenever they start banning a book or they don't want you to read something, that's when you should really read that motherfucker. Like, I feel like as soon as people start trying to alienate you over it, it just like, you got even more comfortable in it. Because one thing about spirituality, you never feel alone. You never feel alone in spirituality. You got your spirits, you got the elements. You may not have people around you want around you, but you're never alone. It's just, there's no going back after that. Four of Swords here. I feel like you're putting yourself back together. A lot of y'all could be eclectic in terms of your practice. Like, you've taught yourself everything that you know. Nobody was willing to give you the sauce or teach you the sauce or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I said, the Sun in reverse, people wanted you not to understand. They didn't want you to understand. They didn't want you to take this path. Like, I don't know why, but they didn't. Two of Cups in reverse. You could have lost relationships over this. Like, because you just wanted to walk in your path and, you thought you had to play small, but you start turning skeptics into believers. Something that you foresaw or foretold, it really happened. King of Pentacles here. There could be a King of Pentacles here that really believes in you, but also wants to invest in you. This could be you could have turned somebody into a King of Pentacles with your ability to manifest. Aquarius are master manifestors, period. Point blank. Like, we're very magical. Let me pull out another deck here. I just, I feel like somebody here, like, I get a lot of people in the comments, like, I don't know why I don't start my channel. I don't know why I don't do this. I don't know why I don't do that. Because you got all these fear mongers around you trying to tell you, hey, Layla T, with a Virgo. Hey, Layla T. Yeah, what's funny about that is, like, my Virgo cousin was probably one of the only people. That's okay. That's okay. But she was probably one of the only people that believed in me, in my gifts and stuff like that. And then as soon as I start, like, using them, she felt threatened by it. She started competing with me. So, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Maybe y'all all got people around y'all that it's like, you've seen them step in their light. Maybe they motivated you to step in yours. And as soon as you start stepping in yours, they start attacking. Protection is here. Protection. Maybe your gift is you were bestowed your gifts to protect something or to be a protector, or maybe you're exceptionally good at protection spells, court case rituals. Okay, truth. This is your truth. This is just your truth. This is just who you are. There's nothing to fake about it. It's nothing to make up about it. It's not about none of that. New beginnings. You're about to start a new path, and you're about to go on this journey you're about to be you're already spiritually awakened, but you're about to start your spiritual ascension. If you haven't already been ascending all this time, it's happening. It's coming. Because, yeah, travel. I don't know if you're gonna travel somewhere. It's gonna spark the vibe where you just like, I don't give a fuck. I don't know if you travel somewhere and run into other people who believe in the same thing, but you got good juju. You might be really good at manifesting money for people. Okay? You might be really good at manifesting money for people. Some of y'all, you can see the truth in anything. You see this? This is a psychic, a seer, a reader, looking in a mirror. I don't know if she's crying or what she's doing, but you're a truth seeker and you're a truth seer. Like, you can see everything. Like people can't hide shit from you. Maybe that's why you turn a skeptic into a believer, because they know damn well they didn't tell you that shit. And how the fuck did you know? Career. This becomes a career for you. You become successful. You feel me? You really do the damn thing, and everybody just like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, you guys, I could never tell you how surprised people was when I started getting paid to do readings, and they tried to act like these cards was just a Milton Bradley game. Like, and they actually resonated for people. It was like, oh, they resonate. Why wouldn't they resonate for people? Just because you don't believe my gifts work don't mean they actually don't. Just because you deny that they're real doesn't mean they're not real. Yeah, lighten your load. I feel like you'll lighten your load by taking this mask off and stop hiding yourself and Stop. Like, definitely don't give your energy away to everybody, and it ain't everybody's business. But at the same time, it's just like a gay person that's hiding in a closet. If you are a magical person that's hiding in a conformist closet, like, that becomes a weight too, because you're just around a bunch of shit that you don't agree with. You're ignoring your intuition. You're ignoring what you're hearing. You have more of a sensitivity, so you're going out in public. You have a higher level of social anxiety going out in public, not necessarily because you just really have social anxiety. Maybe you do, but maybe also because you're severely empathic. I don't even know if it could be severe. I don't know if it could be bad. But you're empathic. So you can't go nowhere without feeling everybody's energy. You can't go nowhere without, you know what I mean, being bombarded with other people's thoughts. You know, touching objects after people, and you can see all the shit that they seen, and you feel me? Some of y'all is real in touch with animals. Some of y'all is animal whisperers. Some of y'all is animal whisperers. Like, y'all, you know, check out your spirit animals. That's a Native American thing. But I feel like you finding yourself. You finding yourself. I feel like you stepping into your power. You got spirit guides all around you. Some of y'all is spirit guides, but y'all got spirit guides all around y'all. Okay? That's going to help you. That's going to clarify things for you, because it might be coming in all jumbled up. It's going to get straightened out. It's going to make sense. It's going to make sense. Okay? But, you know, some people that were already ascended when they passed on in the last life, they come back specifically to be guides. Maybe that's who you are. Maybe some of y'all is earth angels. This look like an angel. It's not like it don't got a halo, but it looked like an angel to me. Some of y'all is real life earth angels, like for real. Protectors of the earth. What is that song by Yosemite? Only I know who I am. I am not woman or man. Protector of water and land. A voice of the meek and the damned. Precious metal, I am chosen. Don't let society hold, I don't know. Freedom. This is where you get your freedom. When you start walking in your power and stepping in your power, that's when you get your freedom. When you stop giving a fuck what people think. Let me stop cussing so much. When you stop caring so much what people think, that's when you step into your power. You know, you want answers. You want answers about who you are, what you are, where you come from, where these gifts come from, how you want to make sense of it. You can't be scared to look for them. And I don't just mean on Google. Go out in nature and be okay, be comfortable with being open outside, okay? Meditating, being open outside, picking herbs, being open, burying that manifestation so that it can come to fruition. Making that offering to your ancestors in the open. Like, don't be ashamed of it, because that is the true, that is how you really prove to your ancestors, your spirit guides, all of your belief system. You know, I mean, if you believe, I don't believe because I know, but that is how you show them that you really, you feel me? You recognize this is real. You know, you're not going to put food out and just throw food away. If you put out an offering, you're showing them that you really believe that it's being received. You're showing them that you believe in the existence. You're showing them that you believe in the interconnectedness, right? You have to start taking that step. You can't just talk about it like, I believe in that stuff and I know it's real. And that's just like anybody else that's skeptic about it. But you're the magic people are skeptic of. You don't just I believe in that stuff. You walk in that. Really got to see this, be this, breathe this. You feel me? Prayed up to my days up, blessings on blessings. That's Oshun. I'm on a path. I'm in my God body. Do the math, and I take a bath in that water. I know I am the daughter of the river of the moon, blessed by Oshun. Hey, and bittersweet is coming soon. Okay, like y'all gotta pay attention to. And some of y'all could be grieving right now, grieving your old self. You know what I mean? Grieving who you thought you were, grieving who people thought you were, grieving who you thought people were. You probably looking at the world in a totally different lens. You probably just like, nothing is as it seems. You just want answers. You want your freedom. You want to feel safe in your skin, in yourself, being yourself. And more importantly, you just want to feel loved. You still want to be loved. Like, you don't want to feel unlovable or outcasted because of who you are and you can't help it. It's just who you are. family members, friends, lovers just gonna have to understand. I don't care if they always knew you as a Christian, because that's what you had to be to coexist in society, or whatever the case may have been before you knew better. Look, now listen, I'm hoodoo, I'm pagan, I do Santeria, I do Gullah Geechee, I do, I'm a two-headed doctor. Whatever, just come out proudly, say what you is. It is what it is. Like coming out the closet, like we're here now. But I bet you feel like you have so much relief, so much weight off your chest, like, and not only that, but you'll feel hella powerful. Compassion. Show yourself some compassion so you can show the world some compassion. I feel like you're a compassionate person. Two things with the earth in it. So somebody could be pregnant or birthing something supernatural or magical, but also something to do with the world. Your purpose has something to do with some type of impact on the world. You see both of these cards got the world in it? Yeah. Something about what you're supposed to do has some sort of impact on the world, has something to do with the animals. Some of y'all really is just ascended masters that came back down to guide us. Some of y'all, a lot of the stuff that you don't have no explanation on how you know it. A lot of y'all, some of the stuff that the gifts you have, you don't use any conventional way to access that magic. It's just there. Is you don't pull out a tarot deck, to see. You just, you get the person's name, their likeness, and close your eyes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just not explainable. Like, somebody here is really magical, bro. Family. Somebody cares really, really, really strongly for their family. Everybody, for the most part, loves their family, unless they have like some karmic, traumatic cycles going on with their family. You want your family to love you and accept you, and I understand that. And they will, and they do. But it's not on you to change yourself so that they will, right? You're going to find the family that you're supposed to have, that you're comfortable with in this skin. And the other family, it's up to them if they want to come along or not. But it ain't even you pushing nobody away. People just be cutting themselves off. People just be disconnecting themselves. It don't have nothing to do with you trying to disconnect with them because you want to think for yourself. If they take that as a threat to their foundation, that's more about control than anything, but you should be able to live in your light, in your truth, without losing no family. And if you do, everything happened on divine timing, divine intervention. It happens for a reason. Nothing's happening to you. It's happening for you. Remember that. Fertility. And I don't mean that in like the dark stuff, like, horrific stuff people been through. It ain't happened to you. It's happening for you. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying, like, if people don't understand you and you feel misunderstood and you feel attacked, you're like, why are all these people doing this to me? Don't look at it like that. They're not doing nothing to you. They're doing something for you. You need to be able to sift out the real from the fake. And you can't do that if everybody acting like everything is okay. Everybody love everybody and everybody the same and everybody. There's no way. That's not going to work. That's not how this works. This deck is done. I've pulled enough of here. Let's see what else. Let's look at the ancestral deck. My cards fell. Tree. Yeah, somebody needs to go hug a tree, or somebody needs to go out in nature, do some meditation under the tree. Somebody here could be a singer. We got a singer right here at the bottom of the deck. Singing is actually a gift. People can actually heal people by singing. Believe it or not. It carries frequencies. It's a gift. Even if people think, some of the shit people think is basic as fuck is not basic at all. It's not basic at all. But that's a gift. A lot of sirens can sing really well. It's a lot of creatures or supernatural, or extraterrestrial, or metaphysical beings, whatever you want to call them. They're all, a part of like my life the same. I mean, those are names that the people that didn't understand them gave them. But anyways, singing, that is a magical gift. If you've ever been able to give people goosebumps from singing, if you've ever been able to bring tears to people's eyes from singing, made people cry from singing, like, especially if you was like in a church and they was like, oh, I got the Holy Ghost. But yeah, that's your gift. That don't got nothing to do with pastor. I'm not trying to take nothing from the pastor. I'm just saying I'm just saying, like, it's the voices. That's why they have y'all in there singing so much every service. Because it's the frequency of y'all voices that's really uplifting people and making the people get out their seats like that. That's a gift. That's a real ass gift. Like, okay. Animal here again. Somebody could be really good with animals, really familiar with animals, like an animal whisperer or something like that. Or somebody is like really in tune and in touch with animals. I always talk about this, and I know everybody don't understand it, but once you get beyond linguistics, like language, like English, Spanish, stuff like that, you can start to connect with everything from plants to animals to bugs without the language you're used to, with the language of energy, with the language of consciousness. Consciousness has its own language, but animal keeps coming through here. We really got to unlearn a lot of what we learned in order to relearn things as they're supposed to be taught. Master ancestor DNA. I'm telling you, for somebody here, these gifts are not like you're adapting to your gifts, but they're inherited. Like they're not, these aren't gifts that can be taught or cultivated or, that are across the board. This is something that you got straight through your DNA. Okay, somebody could like the moon cycles or work under the moon. Something could be significant about the recent past full moon. Okay, somebody could be an explorer or want to explore. Wherever you're being called to explore, go there. There's something there. There's some type of sign there. There's something that you're being pulled to. That's your energetic. That's the ether in you. You know what I mean? Connecting you to that energy. I don't care if it's just to nature. You feel driven. You feel connected. Like gardeners. Some of y'all like to garden. Some of y'all love plants. Y'all got a green thumb. I know I see all my plants in the background, but I really got plants all around my house. Some of y'all is gardeners. Some of y'all know how to feed yourself. Some of y'all could feed a whole community of people. Some of y'all, but that understanding herbs, that's a gift. Understanding it's helpful medicinally. It's helpful in terms of feeding people. It's helpful in ending starvation. It's important in terms of the ecosystem and for humans to coexist with the planet. That is a gift. You can learn that gift, but it goes even deeper than that. It goes even deeper than that. Like some people you have to learn, some people just know, and they don't have no explanation. It's because it's in the DNA. You tapped into those records. It just like re-downloaded. You don't start from scratch. It just shows up. But somebody could need to do shadow work. Somebody can be being put back in their box or being scared back away from their gifts through shadows. If you've ever watched Always a Witch, when they erased her knowledge of her gifts, and so she had a shadow walking around next to her, where she was scared. She didn't understand who she was. She was acting outside of her character. She wasn't being herself. That's what you look like when you're not walking in your magic and you're not walking in your path. You look like the girl in the show that was walking with the shadow behind her. Like you don't really know yourself. You're just being what you see around you. You're just being who you think you're supposed to be, but you don't know who you are. I really recommend watching Always Was a Witch. Even though it's like a teen show, a lot of it's relevant. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to give all the sauce out like that, but a lot of it's relevant. A lot of it's actually accurate. So that's a good show to watch. And it's more like Santeria, but it's African. It's African spirituality spread across the world. Okay, I'm not going to go into that like that, but Hunter. Some of you are a hunter. Tracker. Some of you have the ability to just go on somebody's name, pull on their energy, look at a picture, and you can track them. You know where they are. And you can find them. You don't need to scry. You don't need to do none of that. This is just an ability that you have. You're good at tracking people. I found a little girl like that too, believe it or not. Her name is Carrie Robinson. She was on the news. She can be Googled. Communicator. Some of y'all can communicate with the dead. Some of y'all can communicate with extraterrestrials. Some of y'all can go back and forth between portals. You feel me? That is a gift. That is an ability that everybody don't got. Some of y'all is mothers. As you know, everybody don't got the ability to be a mother. That is a gift. A life giver. Okay? The ability to be nurturing. Everybody don't got that ability. Okay? The instincts of a mother. Okay? Being a mother is a gift for sure. But look, air, you're definitely an air sign. You're definitely, Aquarius. Like, but in terms of like the air, also, you might be able to like tell when the rain is coming in. You might be able to smell it on the air. You can smell when something wrong in the air, or you might be able to receive messages through the air. Obviously people can smell odors, but I don't mean by like smelling an odor. Like, I feel like you can like read the air. Some of y'all can read air, like read elements like that. That is fucking magical, dude. Like, musicians, some of y'all magic come through y'all music. Those frequencies. I'm trying to tell you, that's magic. Some of y'all just healers. Outright healers. Medicine women. Holistic healers. Some of y'all, you see her putting her hand on her head? That's called pulling pain. That's what that's called. Where you touch somebody and you can pull the pain from them and you can harness it yourself and take on the pain yourself. And what you're usually supposed to do is have some sort of like outlet, like a river or water or something where you can pour that energy out into, where it can be carried off and transmuted into something positive. Some of y'all have the ability to heal. And if you can't physically heal something, you have the ability to heal the masses. You have the ability to heal miscommunications, misunderstandings, negotiate. You're just a healer altogether. You keep the families together. You're a healer. Somebody here is a real healer, though. Like, helping people with real ailments and like mental issues and like making miracles happen, like on some Jesus shit, for real. Some of y'all, some of you are inventors, you're creators. Okay, and some of you have the gift to be able to teach. You have knowledge, you have those Akashic records. A lot of knowledge. The reason why people think that history, like a lot of people don't got history or don't got no understanding of history and the way it went, is because it's not written down, when in reality history has always been told by word of mouth. It's been told by word of mouth. It's been told by experience, up until it started getting documented. It's told by pictures, So you might have divine knowledge that was passed down just word of mouth or genetically, that you can't get in a book, that you can't be taught in a class. And somehow you have the ability to wake this up in other people. You're a teacher. You could be a shaman. You could be a high priestess. You could be a two-headed doctor. We got caregiver here. Okay? Could be a nurse or a doctor. I feel like a lot of this goes into like being a healer, a caregiver. You could be the defender of the weaker. You could be the person. What is this? That's not relevant. But you could be the person, yeah, it's just the person who cares. That's a strength. A lot of people can't get past themselves to care about nobody else. But I've been seeing writer a lot. Somebody here is a writer, whether you're a songwriter, a playwright, a book writer, a reporter, a journalist, whatever you are, it's a gift to be able to write like you do, to be able to put words together like you do. And words, spelling is magical. If you can put words together in a fixed way to where you reach people or impact people, that is a form of magic. It is. Let's talk about it. And I feel like people, wherever you are in this, whether you are around the animals, whether you're the singer or musician, whether you're the hunter, whether you're the communicator. We got communicator, she's talking to a bird. Animals. I feel like somebody here is really, really close with animals. Like, whether you're the mother, whether you're, the person that can read air, whether you're the person that can touch things and recognize the history on it, whether you use the moon site, whether you do moon magic, okay, whether you're the explorer that likes to go and that can identify all the herbs and just touch land and can tell whether a natural disaster or something is going to happen. It's a lot of gifts going out here. I don't know what y'all got going on, but I know that the shadow is here. So it's a lot of y'all that's scared to step in your power. That's what that shadow look like. The shadow is where you're ignoring these abilities. You're ignoring these abilities. You're trying to like bottle them up and act like you don't have them. And in a sense, all you're doing is pretending you don't know who you are. That's it. And what Michael Jackson said, be careful that the lie don't become the truth. You pretending you don't know who you are. Be careful not to forget. Just in the process. Somebody here could be an artist. Somebody can paint. Somebody here might also have the ability to paint things that, and the things they paint might come to life for real, or they might see in real life somehow, some way. It just shows up in real life, and you can't tell if it's because you could just like telepathically go and look at this place while you paint it, or if you're creating the place as you're painting. You can't tell. Peacekeeper. Some of y'all, you have the gift of gab and the gift of negotiation. Some of y'all, you have the gift of being a leader. People follow you because you lead properly. People feel safe with you. You are a peacekeeper. Keeping peace between different species. Keeping peace between all that. Just a peacekeeper. I think I'm done with this deck because it's getting pretty thin. That's crazy. It's something real magical about you where I feel like wherever people were denying it, like something came up. Like I said, whether you predicted something, whether you touched something and got an accurate reading on it, just whether you got a perception of how an event happened, you was never there for, you never was there to see it, but the way that you foretold it, it was all 100% accurate. Some way, shape, or form, people are being forced, like literally forced to open their eyes up to who you are. And I feel like you're also being forced to open your eyes up to who you are. It's shit happening around you. You know, if you're a medium who's trying to deny that you're a medium, who can communicate with the dead, and you're trying to deny that you're a medium, you know, all of a sudden you got shit getting knocked over in your house constantly. The fairies is moving shit in your house, and, you know, stuff that, you know, little stuff is coming up missing and then showing up again, and, you know, and you hearing stuff, and you don't know if you heard what you really heard. Like, no room for doubt. It's time. It's time. The ancestors say, the spirit say, the universe say, it's time for y'all to step into y'all magic. All together as a team. And it's not even just Aquarius. Aquarius with all of the zodiac signs, of course. But I'm just saying, like, we're in the age of Aquarius. It's the time for us to stop being scared. Like, we are revolutionaries. We are rebels. We are the people that don't give a fuck. We are the catalyst of change. We are. And whereas a lot of these things have been denormalized, a lot of these things have been villainized, criminalized, we are the ones that are going to bring this back to normality. We are going to bring balance back, or we're going to help to bring balance back. The people with the gifts. Okay? The gift of understanding. Okay? The gift of discernment. Okay? All of those things are very useful. Sorry, I'm trying to pick up these cards. All of those things are very useful, and all of those things will be needed when it's time, okay, to reintroduce the ways of us. Like, it's not even about the ways of old magic. It's not about that. It's literally your genetic design. I can't express that or explain that enough. Anybody making it seem like it's just like a God complex, or you just want to be different or be special, or they don't understand this shit. I'm sorry, you just don't understand this, because it's really not that simple. It's really not that simple. It's really not. Hey, Tia Bia. Hi. Yeah, it's really not that simple. I'm trying to tell y'all. I found the little girl who was missing for 5 days. Her family, she was missing. She was on the Sacramento news. I live in Sacramento. She was on the Sacramento news. Her family hadn't heard from her, hadn't seen her, hadn't found her. I literally just looked at that little girl picture, and I told her, I said, I hear a creek and a river in the background. I think she's somewhere near a creek or a river. They told me the last address she was at, it was a creek nearby. Told them, go walk towards that creek, you're going to find her. Within 5 minutes. Within the hour, they found her, but they didn't immediately go walk to the creek. Because people wanted to be skeptic of what advice I was giving them. Like, I don't want to waste time listening to her when I could really be out looking for my daughter the whole time. I led them straight to their daughter. So it's like, it's one of those where you just made a skeptic into a believer. I just went through that last year, and I was actually around the time, I don't know if that was the eclipse. I don't even know why that girl asked me to look, because she don't even believe in this type of stuff. But it's like in desperate times, that's when people reach out to us. That's when people want to believe that it's real. I know it's real. So, don't worry about me, even if you don't believe in me. I don't need nobody to believe in me. But in terms of other people, like, they starting to realize, like, when this 3D shit don't work, what else can I count on? Who else can I count on? We got to go back. We got to tap back into who we are. We have antennas on our head that we call hair. Very misinformed about a lot of our body parts and a lot of our abilities with these body parts and what they're supposed to be used for and how we're supposed to be using them. A lot of us don't know, but we're getting to know. And the people that I feel like I reached in this reading, or that I feel like reached me, I should say, I feel like you guys are tapped in. I feel like you are magical. I feel like you might question it. Am I really magical? Am I full of myself? You're not. I don't feel like you are. Like, I feel like you're here in this very space right now for a reason. Okay, the universe makes no mistakes. And y'all say God made no mistake. No, the universe. Everything is happening for a reason. Maybe it is God. I mean, maybe you can call it God, but see, we're going to disagree there too, because for me, God is a woman. So it's like, I don't know where to meet you guys in the middle about whatever people believe in, but I'm going to just be honest with you. You're magical, babe. You're magical. People scared of you. You don't need to worry about people being scared of you. The biggest reason I did this reading is because I feel like some of y'all scared of yourself. I feel like some of y'all playing it safe, and it's just not the time. You got an Ace of Pentacles coming whenever you step into your magic. Some of y'all, this is what y'all gonna get rich off of. For real. For real, for real. I promise you. And it's crazy because I'm just now finding out that they be trying to use psychics and stuff for the FBI. I don't work for no government system. I will never work for no government system, but I just found out about that. Like, I don't know what type of psychic you trying to be, but if you are a psychic and you really can read and all those other things, and you decide this is the path you want to take, it's always levels up. You don't have to just be on YouTube as a content creator. You for sure don't. It's a real career for that. Like, California, we got real psychic jobs. like, you can really just apply to your interview and start using your psychic abilities. Like, it's becoming more normalized, and I really don't want y'all to keep delaying it, because if you're here, you already knew. You already knew you were supposed to be here. You know what this reading was about. Turning skeptics into believers. Everybody else is already being forced to come to terms with it. Why haven't you come to terms with it? And I mean in totality. So that's where I'm at with it. My fellow gods, goddesses, my fellow magicians, my fellow high priestesses, my fellow shamans, my fellow witches, my fellow spiritual beings. We all have to come together and unite. Everybody spiritual ain't high vibrational. Use your discernment. But at the same time, we must come together. We have a lot that we could teach each other, more than we could teach each other than we could take from each other. Period. Like, your magic is so powerful. It's people trying to hijack your shit. Literally, just trying to hijack your shit. As if, it's their gift. It's crazy. And I'm going to tell you right now, watch people trying to hijack my shit who suddenly come up with, like, issues I got. And I'm going to say, everybody got issues and stuff like that. But if they didn't have those issues before, and then all of a sudden start trying to hijack something, and then all of a sudden, like, if you're magical and stuff like that, and you showed this to somebody, and somebody tried to hijack your magic, the same magic abilities that you have, and then all of a sudden, like, they got ailments that you have. Like, you got carpal tunnel, they never had carpal tunnel, all of a sudden they got carpal tunnel. You got acne, they never had acne on their face, all of a sudden they got acne all over their face. You got a limp, they never had a limp, all of a sudden they got a limp. That's what they get for trying to take your magic. That's what they get for trying to use your shit. Because they're going to get nothing. But if you're divinely protected, if you know how to keep yourself protected, you should know how to keep yourself protected. They're going to try to use your magic and hijack your magic. And what's going to happen is every time they try to do that, or when they try to do that, they're going to hijack something. but it's not going to be what they want. It's consequences to shit like that. That's like a spiritual robbery. So you wanted my power, enjoy my acne, enjoy my back pain, enjoy my sprained ankle, enjoy my grief, and you don't even understand why the fuck you sad. Like, that's how that works. With somebody like me, I'm chosen. So I'm just saying, like, and it's obvious when it happens. It's super obvious. Like, you'll see it on a person's face if they never had them issues. But y'all, this reading is literally just to encourage y'all to step into y'all power. Stop being scared. Stop playing small. Stop playing small. I can feel y'all energy collectively, bro. I'm not the only magical motherfucker on here. And I know it. And that's exactly why I got on here, so I can meet other people that's magical like me. So if you saucy like me, let me see you in the comments, okay? Let me see you in the comments. Fuck with your girl. And I'll see y'all in the next live. I got some other videos I want to record so that I can post them. So tap in. Stay magical. Aqua Gang. Good morning.